Okay, today's topic is differentiation. Differentiation is a bit different from your other topics because mostly differentiation is a practice topics. Siapa yang cakap, for those who said they are not good in differentiation, mainly because of one thing, lack of practice. This is a topic where the more exercise you do, the better you'll become, the better you'll be. Alright? So, mau tak mau, practice is the best approach for this topic. Of course, you need some knowledge of it. You need to know what's the right way, what's the wrong way. So today, the first thing I'll do is just a summary for this topic. Okay? Summary. I'm sure class K2P5 dah belajar banyak dah. And some of my class pun dah belajar sikit. So let's begin. Okay, they are the basics of all is, of course, if I give you something like x cubed, what does it becomes? The 3 you go in front, and then you minus 1. Okay, paling basics. Of course, this thing I can expand, such as 1 over square root, so it becomes x negative half. So once you differentiate, x, this goes in front. Okay, this topic notes, please keep them, because you're going to refer them multiple times. Please keep your notes, alright? I repeat myself one more time, please keep your notes. You're going to refer them multiple times. So don't ask me again later, sir, how to differentiate these things, sir. Most of the time you don't keep your notes. So power minus 1, negative 3 over 2. Okay? The basics of all. So there are types of differentiation. Okay, different types will be, I'm trying my best not to laugh. This is the normal one. Different types. The most famous is, of course, exponent. Okay, let's try differentiate exponent of e to x. How? Differentiate power. Div power, and then you copy back. I think it's kind of easier if you go downwards. Easier to see. Sorry, differentiate power 2x you got yourself 2. And then e to x. You copy e. You guys okay? Most basics of all. So if I give you something like e x squared, differentiate the power, you got yourself 2x, and then you copy e x squared. Okay. Now let's go something else. Ada kelas dah saya ajar. Now what about differentiate ln? Yeah, the most okay, differentiate ln how? Let's say I give you ln 2x. Is 1 over, the most importantly is 1 over, and then 2x, the thing in the bracket, you copy, salin balik, 2x, and then you differentiate bracket. Becomes 2. Of course, then you simplify things out, 1 over x lah. So differentiate ln how? 1 over, and copy, bracket, differentiate bracket. So if I give you something more complicated, the same thing anyway. And then don't forget about ln rules. Okay, in differentiation you need to remember the log and ln rules. Do you remember them? If I give you ln AB, ln A plus ln B, what else? Ln A over B, ln A minus ln B, what else? If I give you ln A power B, B ln A, some people who could not see, and what else? What about ln 1 over A? 1 over A I can write down in power form. A negative 1. A negative 1, that means negative ln A. You okay? Now, what about, I run out of space. If I give you ln A plus B, is it the same as ln A plus ln B? What about ln A minus B? Is it the same as ln A minus ln B? Why not? Remember. Okay, so this is wrong. It's the most common misconception. Student mistakes. Most common mistakes. If you ever make these mistakes, untuk menyucikan dosa-dosa belanja es krim Cornetto, it never happens anyway. There's one more differentiate, one more types. I think I just snuck it besides here. Differentiate trigo. Okay, differentiate trigo. I like for you to see it in this way. I mean, remember this form. Power trigo bracket. You differentiate in this form. 1, 2, and 3. So, what do I mean by power trigo bracket? Something like this. They come in this trigo power bracket lah. Okay, this power is for trigos, not power for the bracket. Such as if I give you sine cube 2x. Alright? Sine cube 2x. Okay, let's see, the best way for you to learn about trigo is to see the evolution of differentiation. So if I said that differentiate sine 2x, what do you get? Cos x, cos 2x, 2. Okay, remember the bracket you salin balik lah. Ni yang ni you salin. So firstly I differentiate what? I differentiate trigo, and then I differentiate bracket. Okay, after that, if I were to say differentiate sine 2x, what do I get? Differentiate power dulu. So you got 3 sine 3 minus 1, 2x. And then you differentiate trigo cos. What about the power dia bawa up? Ni 3, does it become 3? No, just the trigo, just the sine jadi cos. Okay, are we done? And then we differentiate bracket 2. Okay, if you got confused, tulis ayat ni every time you nak buat. What do I mean by you got confused? We can go something more complicated. Let's say common mistakes. I got this the most. Dia buat 3, and then dia differentiate sign jadi cos 2, and then 2x jadi x. This is wrong. Dia buat 3 pergi depan, and then sign jadi cos, and then 2x jadi x. If you make this one, this is wrong. Okay, the best way to do is as what I did just now. The best evolution. Kalau you confused, you salin ayat ni. You ingat ni sampai mati. InsyaAllah, okay. Okay, I would like to try a few. Maybe not yet. You need to memorize. I did not bring my stuff with me. Okay, saya nak ubah square sikit. I'm going to modify a bit the formula. Can you see, class? Let me try zooming a bit. You okay? That's bracket. Maybe zoom a bit for the audience as well. This one you need to memorize. Yes, yeah. Okay. You need to memorize. Personally, I only memorize the first line. And then yang ni, the cos I only memorize, I know it, I got opposites and I put negative. And I need to memorize that one as well. This will not be given in the exams. What do I mean by bracket? You got bracket back lah. So, in this case, 2x. Like what I said just now. Sometimes some people differentiate sine to x. They got cos x. Okay, yang ni most common lah. So, like what we do over here, if I differentiate sine to x, I got back cos to x here. The bracket will always be there. It will not change. Okay? Jangan tukar bracket tu. Differentiate bracket, then the answer is yes. You can put over here diff. You can tambah there. Then this makes more sense. Differentiate bracket, sorry. I don't have much of a space. You understand lah. Sorry, my handwriting not the best thing. Also audience. Sekejap, I need to compensate for both viewers. It's a differentiate bracket. Bracket, differentiate bracket, differentiate bracket, differentiate bracket. Okay? So that's sort of the summary for this topic, differentiation type, but we have not yet covered everything yet. Boleh sekali? Can I go continue? Okay. For 3Go as well, there are other things. Since I run out of space over there, there are other 3 more formulas. Remember, there's a negative. But this one, do not worry too much. It will be given in exams. Ask me personally, I don't memorize them. Okay, maybe it's time for me to change my black. Just nak melengkapkan lah. Okay, but the only formula yang saya hafal ialah differentiate sec. My main reason is because dalam meeting, one day dalam meeting cikgu, someone asked, hey, differentiate sec dapat apa? What do you get if you differentiate sec? And someone said, differentiate sec, you got setan. And I can't forget it for the rest of my life. Sec x, sec bracket, something like that lah. Okay, differentiate sec x or sec bracket. So dapat sec bracket, tangent bracket. Dapat x. Just like last time, you need to differentiate the bracket, you need to differentiate the bracket. You need to differentiate the bracket as well, okay? Am I too fast? Am I too fast? Okay, if you are uncomfortable, so I give you one example for you. Cosec, let's try cosec. Or let's try sec. What's that? Huh? Well, it's not a ghost story, is it? It's you. This is not The Conjuring. And The Nun is not that scary. Tak tengok, orang cakap je. Okay, can I please continue? Okay, so let me just give you one example, just to make you feel safe for the rest of your life. What about differentiate sec 2 minus EX? Okay, differentiate sec, what do we get? Setan. Okay, let's make things more interesting. What about we differentiate 3 over here? How do you differentiate first? Power dulu, sabar dulu. See 3 first. 3 sec, then 3 2. Are we done? Salin balik 2 minus EX. And then differentiate. Differentiate the sec pula. Oh nah, you differentiate set bracket kan. You tinggal trigo. Yang ni you differentiate what? Power. After power is what? Trigo. What's your trigo? Sec. You got? Setan. So what am I feeling in the bracket? You salin balik bracket, yeah. You just copy back the bracket, okay? Are we done? What else should I do? This is the trigo. And finally, I messed up my colors. I'm sorry. How do we differentiate? Differentiate 2, what do we get? 0. Then there's a negative there. How do we differentiate exponent? Differentiate power. And then you copy. Very good. Differentiate power over here. You got 1. Differentiate, not bring. Then you salin balik EX. Just remember the steps, you'll be fine, okay? And I'm going to stress one more time. You copy the bracket. Are you done? Can I continue? Yang ni power ni differentiate dah. Yang ni hasil dah. Yes. This is the result of differentiation. Yeah, it's long, but if you remember the process power trigo bracket, you'll be fine. Okay? As my class knows, PTB is the way you memorize them. And yeah, in Malay language, it means P, Tidok, balik. Because my student, they go back to their room and they go to sleep. Ha 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 ha. These people, they go back to their room, they sleep. Am I right? That's lying. Okay, boomerang. Liar. Okay, now. Differentiation rules. We're almost done. Okay, we only have 10 minutes, 15 minutes left, sort of. There are 3 main rules. The first one is the bracket rule. Do you remember the bracket? It's given in this way, most likely in, if I were to write down, equation plus minus equation, then power lah. If I see this thing, then most likely it will be bracket rule. So what happens? Power go to front, and power minus 1, and then differentiate bracket. So what the heck, sir? So something as simple becomes something like this. Let's say you got yourself 2 plus x power of, let's say here x squared, and let's say everything is 5. So differentiate, what do I get? 5 go to front, then you copy. What happened to the power? Power 4. Are we done? Then differentiate inside here. 2x. The most common mistakes. There are a lot of ways of common mistake in this one. The common mistakes I get from students will be something like this. The 5 go in front, then they differentiate things inside, 2x, then suddenly become power 4. This is one of the common mistakes. And somehow people have this problem, they have phobia, whatever reasons. Hope you are not one of them. Please stop phobia. Now what about if I give you a square root? It becomes 2 plus x squared, 1 over 2. It's the same way again. 1 over 2, 2 plus x squared, half minus 1, negative 1. This one differentiate to x. Okay, please don't get phobia with bracket rules, okay? And please do not forget them. Yang ni bracket rules antara benda yang orang selalu lupa. Trust me. Can I continue? There are 2 more rules. Please please continue it on the same page if you can. I think I want to change. 2 more rules. For the sake of better handwriting, I need to change. But please continue on the same page. Product rule and quotient rule. Okay, this happens when 2 elements combine. And I can say element 1 multiply with element 2. Or in other words, usual sense that you've seen is U, V. That's the formula lah. Quotient rule will be element 1 over element 2. So it becomes U over V. Okay, so product rule UV becomes U prime V plus UV prime. Ataupun you nak hafal cara lain, some people memorize it as the UV prime plus VU prime. Sama je. Same. It's just matter of preferences, which one you like more. Okay, what about this one? U over V? I always start with the bottom. V squared VU prime minus UV prime. Some people they memorize it in the same way. Well, just choose which one you like it better. I prefer the first one. Just prefer it that way. What do I mean by the element 1 and element 2? Element 1, element 2 over here. Tell me which is which. You ready? What about if I said x cos x? What is this? It's a product. What element can you see there? X and cos x. Okay, so this is product. Okay, we're not going to do that, and mostly, you know, it's going to take a lot of times. What about I give you x ex? Can you see? Two elements. What about I give you something exponent x? Can you see? Two elements. What about I give you x plus 1 square root cos x? Where's the element? Okay. Differentiating x plus 1 square root, how? What rule? Bracket rule. Okay, so yes, this is UV, but at the same time, this also you need to apply bracket rule lah. Now, what about if I give you one more x ln x? Can you see? Okay, this is easy. But what about if it comes in the term of this? Dua element is inside here. So differentiate tan, what you get? Z squared, and then what? And then you are wrong. You need to copy first. You need to salin dulu bracket there. And then only you differentiate things inside here. 1 ex plus x ex. So this is the product. So it can hide somewhere. In this case, it hides inside the bracket. Okay, so be careful. It can hide inside the bracket, the product rule, such as this case. You okay? There are more example here. Okay, now product rule, now quotient rule. It's the same thing. It can hide in the elements. Can I continue? Ready? Now what about if I give you something like this? The easiest will be like x over x plus 1. You can see easily, sir, this is u over v. No problem. What about if I give you something like this? Ex x plus 1. Can you see the element? No problem, sir. Tak ada hal. Hidup ni boleh settle. Now what about if I give you something like this? Where's the element? Tak ada hal, sir. Mudah. Now what about if I give you something like this? It's the same as this, where the product hide itself in the bracket. So that means it's inside here. When you're going to differentiate the bracket, baru jadi. Okay. So this one. It's the same as this. You okay with it? I would like to end it with, I don't have time to do this one, good luck, try it out, okay, it's similar. I'll end it with this. How? Good try, good try. Good try for recognizing that they are product and quotients there. But if you ask me, I'll do it this way. U over V. Firstly is quotient. And then inside the quotient, barulah you can see yourself as product. So in this case, product is a subset. Okay, I'll do this one for you. Let's try this one. Product rule, how? So firstly I'll do down here, copy them first, x plus ex squared, and then I'll copy x plus ex. Okay, I'm sorry, I might be too fast over here. Differentiating this one, what will we get? Product rule will be u prime v plus uv prime. U prime 1 v salin plus u x v prime ex. Okay, so differentiating x plus ex, x differentiate x 1 plus differentiate ex x ex 1 ex. Careful, you differentiate the power, you don't bring the power. Okay, differentiate x, you got 1. Are you okay? So okay, we got here, and then we differentiate the u. I got myself ex plus x ex. Sorry for a bit rush, I admit, running out of time. Minus, now you copy our u, x ex. Now we differentiate our v prime. We got here 1 plus ex. This is just one of the way. Yeah, I forgot to say, quotient rule, most likely you're going to you have to factorize. Are you confusing? Are you confused? Do you want me to explain which part? So how can you do this faster? Practice makes perfect. Or practice improve you. There's no such thing as perfect. Practice makes you better. Okay, so due to that, I have to say, you need to try the exercise from number 3. Try 3, 4, 6. Okay, this is bonus for you. Figure this one out. 7, 8. Okay, this thing you must be good. Tutorial. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. To the viewers, I think I'll include the question in the link later. Okay, differentiation, like I mentioned just now, it's a practice topic. The more you practice, the better you'll be. No such thing as perfection, because only Allah is perfect. Practice makes you better. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much for listening. Say hi. Bye. Please subscribe.